I think if everyone has not had a chance to read his recommendation, which his recommendation in our packet, which is fully available online, is a very cogent, concise, well thought out recommendation that we do indeed support this resolution in opposition to 4305. So I would like to thank our city attorney for providing that information to us. That is very helpful sitting up here to have the background that we can't always get. That all said, here's just a slight detour that I would like to take. And this detour is going to be some months ago, and it's going to be on another topic. We were all kindly invited up here to go to a gathering on July 1st last summer, which I believe was called the Nehemiah Gathering. And that happened out at the county fairgrounds. And one of the focus elements of that particular gathering was discussing the creation of a new ordinance and an enforcement structure here in the city of Kalamazoo. And that was related to the wage theft ordinance. And I'm glad that we could be all here and talk about that, because I took advantage of attending that Nehemiah gathering, and I was very kindly offered the same opportunities that people have when they come here to the city commission. In other words, I had 4 minutes to speak and express my feelings about that. And on a purely practical matter, I want to go back and just mention a couple things that I talked about back on July 1st. And one of the things I said then was that I take very seriously my responsibility to protect the viability of city services that no other entity will provide. I'm talking about public safety kinds of services. I'm talking about streets. I'm talking about water and sewer. I'm talking about those kinds of things that right now it is even more critical to think about, as we are currently, I've just gotten an announcement about the millions of dollars that are going to be cut out of our budget here in the city of Kalamazoo, and trying to determine how we are going to manage providing those basic services starting in 2012. I think it's no exaggeration to say that that is going to be extremely difficult undertaking. One of the things I mentioned at that time was that in light of that, I was very reluctant for the city of Kalamazoo to take on another responsibility. I heard a couple people mention unfunded mandates, that sort of thing. That time I said I did not believe that, since there were a couple agencies that happened to enforce wage theft rules, federal agency based out of Grand Rapids, D-Lake based out of Lansing, that I felt that it was